Ready to get this show on the road.
Catchphrase of all catchphrases. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first topic here. The Chiefs defeated the Patriots 23-16 after a controversial second half. Leel, we'll start with you since you are the Pats fan. Did the refs cost the Pats the game?
Man, I don't even know.
Break it down here.
I don't even know how is that a question. I mean, clearly, to me, at least, Kenny see here, the referees definitely cost the Patriots the game. I mean, Stevie Wonder saw it. I mean, Patriots got robbed without no gun. Point blank, period. First off, let me say, I'm about to be on my hit 'em up Tupac. First off, I'm about to come in like that. First off, let me start by saying the fact that the Patriots were able to get back in this game after being down 23-7 says a lot about the team that they played, the Chiefs. Now, some teams, they look good when they win and some teams don't. But I do have my questions about the Chiefs going forward. But you had a fumble recovery by Stephon Gilmore. That should have been ran back for a touchdown. We know this. We went through this before with the Saints and the Rams when that was a mistake that cost the Saints the game, right? Cost the Saints the game, maybe home field. When you think about how it made lined up, you should have known, all right, let the play develop. And then when it's over, take a couple seconds to review the play, and if you got it wrong, you got it wrong. But these referees is too concerned with beating traffic. Okay, that's exactly what they too concerned with beating traffic. That was a clear fumble recovery that should have been a touchdown. The score was 23-13 and should have been 23-20, and that changes the Patriots' approach to that final drive because now you're 23-20, you only need a field goal. They went for it on fourth down. They would have had to do that. The game would have been in overtime. N'Keal Harry had a clear touchdown that was marked out of bounds. I mean, when it happened live, I knew it was a touchdown. I don't know how the daggone referees who's close to the action right there couldn't see it. I mean, they was almost wearing blindfolds. I mean, there were two challenges that the Patriots used prior, so they couldn't be able to challenge it. There was a clear pass interference called on third down on that final drive on Dorsett that wasn't called.
Now,
it's unbelievable.
Listen, I'm going to say this real quick for you guys here. Lil, I do agree. Few of those calls were terrible. I mean, N'Keal Harry was clearly in the end zone. He didn't step out. The refs made a poor call there. The pass interference. But for me, for this game as a whole, while those calls did, cost the Patriots in the moment, in the first half, they were dominated pretty much for the entire half. I saw Brady and the offense go 3 and out on multiple moments in the game. Patriots offense looked lackluster for the entire game, and honestly, to put it frankly, if the defense wasn't there for the Patriots and so good this year, I think they would have got rolled over by the Chiefs because Kelsey and Mahomes look unstoppable. Brady finished the game with only 169 yards and a touchdown with a terrible interception that resulted in points for the Chiefs. I mean, the Patriots should have, in my eyes, established the run game against the 28th ranked run defense in the league for crying out
offensive
loud.
line still can't block a nose.
I gotta hop in here, gentlemen.
This game was close to the end, no doubt. But
I'll tell you what, this game, honestly, based on how the first half went, should not have been close. And that's if there's any way you can fault the Chiefs for this game, it's that they really took their foot off the gas. And Leel touched on it for a second there before. When you're up 23-7. You've got to put your pedal to the metal here because the Chiefs are a strong offensive team and a below average defensive team. So for that team to be successful, if you get up early, you need to press the gas and just run with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm concerned that the Chiefs aren't I don't know what their game plan is for a playoff game, but
I mean we knew their defense was pretty terrible.
Well, and I got to give their defense credit because their defense
to me they improved.
Their defense did play fairly well, and they did get the stop. I mean, the pass interference call was blatant, that was missed, but stop that fourth down play in the end zone when the Patriots got it in the red zone there. That was a pretty nice play from the defensive back of the Chiefs there. So
I mean, on that play, real quickly, Bob, on that play, Jacoby Myers was open. I mean, Tom Brady, instead of throwing it to Edelman, he should have threw it to Jacoby Myers.
He did not.
But unfortunately, Jacoby Myers was dropping balls all day, so Tom Brady didn't have the confidence.
And you also have to remember that you look at the amount of pressure. They sent 6 or 7 guys.
Yeah, they were blitzing almost every play.
That was 4th and 1. They went all out on the blitz. There was no way a run was getting off. and a throw was going to be a quick one, and he looked for his best target.
I mean, when James White, the running back, is their third best receiver statistically in the game with 27 yards, they got to open up more things in the pass game. And the amount of 3 and outs that they had, the Chiefs did bring the blitz all game. They did do a good job of that, but obviously the Patriots offense wasn't there for them to, mount a comeback in the first half alone.
I mean, the fact that the Patriots have to run trick plays in order for them to score a touchdown. The fact that Tom Brady does not feel comfortable to throwing the ball to anybody other than Edelman shows you that this right here, this Patriots offense, I don't know if this is fixable. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
This is it's a big concern too, because although the Bills lost this week, they're only 1 game behind since the Patriots lost here. The Bills are right around the corner, and the Bills are going to be a tough game. You've had a lot of tough games. If you're the Patriots, you've had a lot of tough games. You get to go play the Bengals and get a nice bounce back week, but then you do play the Bills in week 16. You'll play the Bills. So what it comes down to is there any way the Patriots can get a run game going again? Because if you look at it, Sony Michel hasn't been able to do anything for weeks. He's been healthy. He hasn't been able to make any plays. James White has been in the game for the most part.
And he's in the receiving game.
Yeah, and he's out wide because they don't have receivers. The offensive line is hurting. And Brady is the kind of guy where he's at the stage of his career. He needs to have the core pieces around him to be able to play at age 42. He doesn't have that right now. Edelman's still there. James White is there. But other than that, you're struggling if you're the Patriots offense.
When Tom Brady has to scramble on a 3rd down and run like the brothers Michael Vick
to get a critical first.
To get a first down, that shows you where the Patriots offense is at. When Tom Brady has to do that at his age. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know if the Patriots offense is fixable. I don't know.
To me, just watching this game, Lil, I mean, like, if you're a Patriots fan, your defense is A1. Your defense will keep you in the game. It's kind of funny because in this game, it's like, except for how they played in the game, it's usually the flip side. The Chiefs' defense is usually terrible and the offense usually carries. So judging by the way both of these teams played, obviously the Chiefs showed more promise on defense, but maybe that's just because the Patriots' offense is a little more banged up than it's used to being. And moving forward, there definitely is, reason for an eyebrow raise with both of them going forward into the playoffs. The Chiefs, with obviously their defense, the Patriots practically came back. Had those calls not been made, the game would have been neck and neck. And then you look at
won the game.
Then you look at the Patriots at the end, Leel, with the offense. They were in the red zone. They had a shot to win the game, and then they just went 4 and out, and the Chiefs sat on it and ended the game. I mean, so they got to execute more and come offensively, down the stretch.
I know the Chiefs had a lead, but damn it, we saw the Patriots being blown out in the Super Bowl before and coming back. The Patriots, when they're not out until they out, the Patriots always show that they can be competitive.
I mean, you got a mastermind on that sideline.
When you playing,
he's going to keep you there.
2 teams, the Chiefs and the referees, it makes it almost impossible to come back because Stephon Gilmore play was a score, N'Keal Harry was a score, and then they end up having to make a field goal out of it because the referees were blind bats. So those are scores.
While this game was way worse with the calls that were non-calls and then what they ruled on the field, this could be a little bit of karma from that Cowboys game. While that drive wasn't a guaranteed score, it all but ended the Cowboys' chances of maybe even trying to score because, obviously it ended the drive and then the Pats just sat on it. But
I don't know if I don't know if it's much about karma or that the daggone referees.
They've been terrible, man.
I mean, even in other games,
they got to revamp
it too.
They got to revamp
that Jets
this,
game,
Leel.
that Jets Dolphins game, that pass interference call. Oh my God!
Leel.
I feel like with these referees
man.
If you have referees that are doing terrible, like how they happened for the whole year, I feel as a league they should at least grant both teams 4 challenges, 1 for each quarter, 1 for the first, 1 for the second. 1 for the third and 1 for the fourth. At this point,
I mean, yeah, the way it's going, Leel, I agree. Like, what are you gonna do if the refs are making such terrible calls? Maybe implement a chance for the teams that actually have a shot to get back at the refs for these bad calls. Like you said, maybe add another challenge. Obviously, it's way over the mid-season point, so they wouldn't do that now. But moving forward,
but you're gonna need it for the playoffs because if these games decide, if these referees decide playoff games, it's gonna be we already know what happened in that NFC Championship game. We don't want more of that.
It's not even that game, because I would argue the same thing for the AFC Championship game, because there was a roughing the passer called against the Chiefs that he hit Tom Brady on the shoulder.
Oh yeah,
and that was called roughing. He tapped him on the shoulder, roughing the passer.
I mean,
gave the Patriots first. Like, that changes the whole aspect of the game. You can't have blatant like that was a call that should never be made. 100 times out of 100, that call should never happen.
Especially in such a big moment. I mean, we've seen this happen.
Because the Chiefs, that was a game the Chiefs defense wasn't able to do jack.
Yeah.
And they're finally there to get a stop, and they get some random call. I mean, they can't get the turnover they need.
At this point, in the season here, at the end of the season, I don't even want to know what's going to happen in the playoffs. I'm scared to see what kind of garbage is going to happen.
Exactly.
Which refs are leaving their contact lenses on the nightstand.
Exactly.
Because that's going to be bad.
Gentlemen.
Maybe they need to clean the house. Maybe Goodell needs to.
There's a lot of things going on. You got guys. You got equipment going to different daggone states
in New Jersey.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on with the NFL. You got guys. You got the helmet situation. You got a whole bunch of foolery that has been going on with the NFL. The issue with Colin Kaepernick and the workout. There's a lot of things going on with the NFL. But listen, one thing that we normally can count on in the NFL is that we have good games for the most part. The playoffs is fun to watch. It's win or go home. But when you have issues like this and the playoffs is arising, they need to get this straightened out because these are going to cost some teams games and a Super Bowl trip.
Kansas City Chiefs equipment, like we said before, was mistakenly sent to Newark, New Jersey. I don't know what happened with this. I mean, from a professional standpoint,
that should have happened to the daggone Texans because the Texans didn't show up and lose to the Broncos. I like the way how they did.
Overall, this is from, like I said, from a professional standpoint, can't have this happen. They were luckily able to rush it in, 2 hours before game time, before kickoff. So that's pretty rough. I mean, maybe they thought they were playing the Jets or something. They sent it to New Jersey.
You don't need no equipment.
Maybe it's all some big conspiracy. Somebody hijacked the equipment from the Chiefs.
Y'all trying to bring up some Patriots conspiracy?
Yeah, maybe
equipment gate.
The Patriots.
Equipment gate.
The Patriots were shaking in their boots, man. They had to send the equipment away. I don't know,
but the fact of the matter is that didn't bother the Chiefs. They came out and they won, even though they got help by the referees.
Beats.